Today I'm going to talk about OpsRamp. OpsRamp is a software package that goes along with HP GreenLake services, and it gives you the ability to monitor your environment. And I'm going to go over what OpsRamp really is. Now, OpsRamp is interesting because OpsRamp doesn't necessarily have to run on site. OpsRamp is going to run in a combination of locations. You're going to be able to run OpsRamp in an AWS environment, a Google Cloud environment, an Azure environment, or even on site. So again, this is a way of being able to gather statistics, events, monitor your environment no matter what cloud you're running, whether it's a public cloud or a private cloud. So again, this runs on all these popular clouds, but it also runs on-prem. So to make this work, you're going to need to install a gateway where OpsRamp can actually communicate with all your VMs and all your infrastructure. And to do that, there's a few steps. You're going to install the gateway. And we have prepackaged gateways that are all built that are VM containers, or we have software packages that can run on Linux and Windows. You authorize the gateway on each individual cloud. You save your credentials for OpsRamp for that gateway. And then you set up monitoring schedules, set up your discovery, and you can actually run this together with Windows Admin Center as well. So this does not preclude you from running other management software as well, but what it does is it gives you a single place to go for information. And again, I said that we had these pre-built gateways all set up. You can actually go to OpsRamp and choose which kind of gateway you want to download. So we have a variety of options. You can run it in the Docker container. You can run it in Windows. These gateways give you the ability to get a visible look into any infrastructure you want, whether it's public cloud or private cloud. Now, once you've run this gateway, you've got built-in dashboards. Now, there are hundreds of dashboards available. I'm just going to cover a few that are HPE specific, specifically the 3PAR Primera, the Alletra 9000, the Alletra MPB 10000, Nimble Storage, the Alletra 5000 and 6000. So again, these are just some of the built-in dashboards, but there's dashboards for Oracle, there's dashboards for a lot of different software packages, a lot of different databases out there. There's hundreds of different dashboards you can preload, and there's hundreds of events it understands. Let me show you what a built-in dashboard looks like. So here's an example of a 3-part dashboard because I want to show something that's older. So again, I've got a 3-part system here, and it automatically discovers all of this information, and it will give me an up-to-date monitoring of my environment. Now this is great because I can go to my 3-par and see exactly the same information from my 3-par of exactly how everything's configured. But what I can't do is I can't walk backwards in time and say, what did this look like 6 months ago? What was my performance 6 months ago? What events happened 6 months ago? What happened in the last 24 hours versus the last week versus the last month? I can do a lot of what-if questions with my equipment. This is an example of a 3-part dashboard. I'm going to show you another one, which is the Alletra Primera dashboard. Now again, the dashboard is going to differ because they're different platforms. You can also build custom dashboards. And again, there's dashboards for all the different products we have. Here's an example of the Primera. And again, you can see all kinds of interesting information. Now, obviously, I've got a lot of events here and a lot of errors because these are test systems I'm running this against. So we purposefully fail things to find out how things operate. Your environment will be far different, I'm sure. But again, if you're trying to fail things to see what happens, like you want to go ahead and fail a fan pack or a drive or power supplies, that kind of thing, you want to be able to make sure that all that stuff is getting found out. Now, one thing with most management platforms is they don't talk directly to the hardware. OpsRamp is quite different. OpsRamp will actually talk directly to the hardware. So if I run Windows Admin Center, if I run Azure Portal, it doesn't tell me anything about the hardware. But if I have on-prem equipment and I can talk to the hardware, it'll use Redfish to talk to my server's hardware. And that server hardware could be HP servers like ProLiants, but it could also be a Dell server. It could also be a Supermicro server. Because it's using an open standard Redfish protocol, it'll talk to anyone's hardware. Same is true with storage. Now, we've got special hooks into the different platforms we have, like the Primera and the Alletra, such that we can actually pull that information in and get really detailed information. Fan packs, temperature. So Windows Admin Center is great, but it can't tell me what the temperature is of every single component in my environment. This can. Now, with that said, I can root cause a lot of problems that way, but of course, I can see my events and I can watch my events, but how do I see those? Well, I can look at the event consolidation because it gives me a list of all the events that are time synced. So now I've got all the events from different platforms and different devices across my environment. So if I have, let's say, one circuit that goes down in my data center, and all of a sudden I have 50 servers lose power and one array lose power on one power supply, I can quickly get populated out that's not a problem with an individual server or an individual array, that it's got a bad power supply. It's probably a bad circuit because I've got correlated events across many machines. So I can figure things out very quickly. Same with fans, same with different things like hardware. I can find out very quickly because I can correlate events across systems. This is great because I can find out all kinds of neat things. Now, again, there's also AI built into this that'll actually detect things that happen cross-system. So you can actually see that things are happening cross-system because the AI workload or the AI in the background is looking for certain things that would happen holistically that it can actually detect. Now, if I want to go deeper into a single event, I can actually click on one individual event and look at that event and actually see a lot of information about that individual event. So I can drill down to individual events. Now, I can actually have these things not just alert me in the portal, but I can say if this kind of event ever happens or if certain thresholds covered or crossed, I want to automatically be emailed, I want to automatically be paged, I want SMS messages. I even want to open a ticket in another platform like iAdmin, which gives you the ability to enable other case management software. So it's a very, very versatile tool that gives you a very good in-depth view of everything you need in your environment. So again, it works cross-cloud, but if you're running on private cloud, it can give you a wealth of information about things that most other tools can't. Go ahead and contact us if you're interested in looking at a demo of this. You can go to opsramp.com and they have scheduled demos you can run. Or you can contact me. I can try and get you in touch with people as well. Again, OpsRamp is a neat little product. It goes to the HP GreenLake platforms, and it gives you the great visibility into your environment. Thank you very much.